Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and I have entered Prestige 1 here in Black Ops 6. It has been so long since we had a classic Prestige system within the Call of Duty franchise, and why did they go away from it? I have really no idea, but thank you, Treyarch, for bringing this back into the series, and it better never go away. Like, I swear to God, like, if we go into the next Call of Duty game and it doesn't have a classic Prestige system, like, I don't even know what they're even doing anymore at this point. But I'm happy it's here now, and they did a great job giving us Prestige rewards that we're able to obtain within each Prestige, plus Master Prestige rewards, which I'm not even really sure what they are. I know they have all the Prestige emblems that you can get when you go through from, Master Prestige level 55 to 1000, right? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to grind for in this game, even outside of the Prestige rewards, which is something that I'm very happy about. And so I guess it's been a long time since I have even made a Prestige video here on the channel because, of course, as most of us know, the previous Call of Duty titles, the Prestige mode just was terrible because it wasn't like we have here in Black Ops 6 where you have to manually enter it, you get reset to level 1, and you have to re-unlock everything, right? Like, as soon as you reach level 55 in the last few Call of Duty games, you just had everything unlocked and you never had to get reset to level 1, and the prestiging just kept, basically the number just kept getting higher as your rank would progress, and you would enter prestiges that way, and it was just a dumb system. And I guess, like, throughout most of my time playing Black Ops 6, because the game's been out for a few weeks now, I guess most of my time playing this has been really a mixture of multiplayer and zombies. And one thing that is different this time around with the classic prestige mode is that you actually can play multiplayer or zombies and you're still progressing that same rank, and because all the unlocks you get in multiplayer and in zombies are basically tied to levels 1 through 55 on the same progression path. So that is something that is different compared to like Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3, for example, when it came to zombies and multiplayer, because they had their own progression system in those modes where now it's shared between multiplayer and zombies, which I'm okay with, honestly. Like, I mean, this day and age, like in my mid-20s at this point in my life, I'm not a kid anymore, so I have so much more responsibility going on. I don't have as much time to play Call of Duty as I used to, and so it is kind of nice that I don't have to worry about balancing out two different progression paths. But at the same time, I do kind of wish that separate progression path was still there for prestiges on both modes, because then it really represents the individual player and it shows which mode they really play more, so, but that's just my personal opinion. So let's just go ahead and kind of dive deeper in what I did during my ranks 1 through 55 leading up to Prestige 1. So one of the things I did was definitely play zombies a lot. I completed the Liberty Falls Easter egg, and during that time while I was playing Liberty Falls, there was actually a God mode glitch, which I'm sure some of you are aware of, and unfortunately that glitch has already been patched. I mean, it was inevitable. I mean, it's probably the easiest and best God mode exploit I have ever seen in Call of Duty Zombies, because you had free range to move pretty much anywhere on the map. And so because I took advantage of this God mode glitch, I actually decided to get my knife and baseball bat over with on the camo challenges, because there were some pretty tedious ones in there, and I mean, I was gonna like get these challenges done even without the God mode glitch anyway, but I can see why it would take me in a really long time to get it done, because of course it's a melee weapon. You're going up to the zombie to melee it, and of course zombies melee you, and that's how you take damage in zombies, so it's not really ideal to melee zombies. Obviously you can get some one-hit kills at some pretty high rounds, which is nice, but I'm pretty happy to get the Mystic Gold on the knife and baseball bat and have that over with. I haven't even attempted the Opal challenges yet, which I think is just killing special enemies, so that will come eventually. But outside of zombies, I really only got the Ames 85 gold in multiplayer. I haven't really focused on really any other weapons. I started using the Ames 85, and all of a sudden, like, I just felt like I was just going off with it, like every match I was in. And so I kind of just told myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna really change my playstyle. I'm just gonna keep using the Ames 85 because I just kept performing well with it, basically. And so I eventually just wanted to keep using it until I got it gold, and then I would move on to other things. Depending on the map, I would switch my classes to like an SMG, for example. The only SMG I've really been messing around with is the KSV. That's been a pretty fun weapon to use. use, but I know there's some other good SMGs as well that I see a lot of other people running around with, so I'll definitely branch out eventually. But for some reason, the last few Call of Duty titles, the ARs just seem like they're the most dominant weapon class to use, and so I don't know. Either way, like I said, I was going off of the Ames 85, so I've just been kind of sticking with that throughout this leading up to Prestige 1. And you guys are probably wondering, what did I spend my permanent unlock token this time around now that the classic Prestige system has returned? So my kind of tip looking back in the past on like what items I always spent my permanent unlock tokens on, they were either always perks, wild cards, kill streaks. It was pretty rare I'd use it on a gun. The only time I'd really use a permanent unlock token on a weapon was usually somewhere if I was in like the middle of the prestiges, like I was around prestige 4 or 5, I might spend it on a gun that was unlocked later because I was currently using it and I wanted to get gold for it, you know. But realistically, I don't spend my tokens on weapons and I don't plan on doing that. So this time around, I actually spent mine on Perk Greed wild card, which is unlocked at level 54. So that's definitely a wild card that I would recommend permanently unlocking if you haven't already. But there is obviously some other permanent unlocks that I think are definitely worth to go for, like the gunfighter wildcard, excuse me, and then kill streaks such as the Chopper Gunner and Harp. I think those are probably the top two I would go for. And then there's perks like Ninja, which Ninja doesn't seem to make your footsteps completely silent for some reason, but I haven't really messed around with Ninja if I'm being honest with you, so I'm not sure if I'll permanently unlock that. But and like I even mentioned earlier, our progression in multiplayer is shared with our progression in zombies. So you can use these tokens on zombie items, not just multiplayer ones. And so the first zombie unlock item I would recommend is actually Aether Shroud, because that's unlocked at a pretty high level. And kind of shockingly, actually, I thought Aether Shroud would be like the default field upgrade you would use in zombies, but it's actually the last one you unlock. So I would definitely say that would be a good one to use if you are mostly a zombies player. And so yeah, so there's definitely plenty of things to permanently unlock items to kind of help build your class, especially when you first freshly start a level 1 prestige level. So I think there's definitely worth just moving away from weapons, because you got to remember the game did just recently come out and season 1 hasn't even started yet. So as the seasons go on, we'll have more weapons in our inventory, and we don't have to worry about getting to a certain level within our military rank to unlock those battle pass guns, because they're already going to be there. So that's another reason why I would suggest staying away from permanently unlocking any weapons, because battle pass guns are coming to the game. So whenever you do prestige back to level 1, you'll at least have those guns to use. So that would just be my suggestion to anyone who is new to this prestige mode here within Call of Duty. Now I actually want to talk about the rewards you get for entering Prestige 1, and I actually got a little confused about this at first. So I thought these rewards you would see on screen that you get in Prestige 1, I thought you got all of them instantly once you entered Prestige 1, but you actually don't earn them all at once. You actually earn them progressively as you're climbing through the military ranks once again. So of course it's like every 10 or 20 levels you'll actually get a reward, such as a loading screen, you get some gobble gums, and then the operator skin is like honestly probably the best operator skin you get out of all the prestige rewards. It's a World at War inspired zombie operator skin for Weaver, and I just love rocking it. I think it's one of the best looking ones, and I think out of the rewards for all the prestiges, Prestige 1 seems like it has some of the best rewards, which is a little odd, and I wonder if they did that on purpose just so they can get people to actually prestige, maybe. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm a little bit picky on some of the rewards, but I do like how they have this reoccurring theme of paying homage to like all the previous Black Ops titles, and of course even World at War that we see here, which is great. But we even have like a C9 gun variant called the Teddy is a Liar, and which is basically just some kind of like ghostly looking Tommy gun looking variant for the C9, and it looks pretty good, I would say. It probably stands out a lot more if you're in a really dark room, for example, but yeah, I would say the rewards you get within Prestige 1 pretty solid, and I really liked the insta-kill weapon charm because it's a shiny gold looking skull. But yeah, I gotta say, I'm impressed with Treyarch. I'm glad that not only did they bring back the classic Prestige mode here within Call of Duty, but they actually gave us rewards rewards for entering each prestige rather than just giving us like a permanent unlock token. So it's really cool to see that they're expanding above and beyond with the classic prestige mode, and it really makes me happy that Call of Duty is starting to get closer back to its form that we used to see it in. Of course, that's not completely there because, of course, Warzone has really, I mean, let's be real here, Warzone has significantly changed the way Call of Duty is, and it seems like there's so many elements from Warzone that's been seeping into multiplayer and even zombies mode. The first thing I can think of Warzone seeping its way into zombies mode is armor plates, for example, because realistically, like, why did armor plates come into zombies in the first place, right? They didn't come there until Warzone existed, so it's a little weird how that works, but it is what it is. Zombies is still really fun either way. Multiplayer is really fun either way. The biggest criticism I have is the multiplayer maps. I had definitely expressed that before the game came out, and it was a huge concern of mine, and sure enough, long and behold, the maps are not really that great here in this game, which is a bummer because, you know, Treyarch used to make really good maps, and I don't really know what's happening. They had a long development cycle for this game, but I don't know. Apparently it wasn't long enough or something. I don't know what needs to happen. So hopefully the DLC season gives us some more good maps. I know they've already given us a roadmap for Season 1, which is great to see. So I'm hoping those original maps play out well. But we are getting Hacienda back, so we're really looking forward to that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video, you guys. There really isn't much else I want to talk about within Black Ops 6 and the Prestige mode here within this game. It's kind of crazy to think that I'm even making Prestige videos again, because I used to make Prestige videos all the time back in the older titles, starting with Advanced Warfare, and so I definitely want to do the same thing here, making a video for each Prestige that I obtain, of course, making one for Master Prestige, and maybe making some for the every 100 levels in Master Prestige. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. I mean, we'll see what happens here on the channel. I know things have been pretty dead here, and I really would love it to pick back up again because I used to be really active here on the channel, and so I know things have been pretty drought as of late, and so I don't know. I really want to get back into making content. Black Ops 6 is so much fun. I'm having a lot of fun with the game right now. I can't stop thinking about it, and it's been a long time since I've had this feeling within Call of Duty, so there could potentially be more content here in the near future. So anyway, stay tuned, you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying Black Ops 6. Let me know what Prestige you are currently down in the comments below, and I shall catch you guys later.